Hello, hello. We are live. Welcome to another episode of Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. And we are on day 2 celebrating 150 interviews, bringing you all of the best entrepreneurs in my community that have crossed along my path, that has made a difference in my life, helped me see things from a new perspective, gave me some new ways, new tips, new ideas. They definitely had a huge effect on my journey within the last year and a half. And I wanted to bring them back on and celebrate them. Before we get them on, let's send a special shout out to all of our sponsors: Jose Escobar with the Connected Leaders Academy. We have Patrick Rude with the Dirty Little Secret Society, as well as Julia No with Breathe Capital Planning. And as you know, here at BALM Global, we are always looking to build leaders globally. And these amazing guests that we're about to reintroduce, make sure you go and watch their full episodes on on YouTube at Building a Leadership Mindset. And you can also check out everything that BALM Global has going on at www.buildingaleadershipmindset.com. And without further ado, we have a jam-packed crew just waiting to come on and inspire and empower you as they do in their day-to-day. And I am, again, just super blessed that they all have rejoined to have a chat and see what they're up to now and what are they working on for quarter 2. So our first guest, she is a fabulous, amazing, our special Wonder Woman, and her name is Jeanette Paxia. We met in New York when my book launched, Warrior Women, which is sparked by Desiree Cruz, who had the amazing anthology. And also, Jeanette and I had met over the phone, and we got to meet face to face. And I also joined her on her mission with the book that we will share. We're going to get her right on here. She's part of Ladies of Leadership. She's impacting the world. She was just in Tennessee on stage, and I wish I was in the room, but without further ado, let's get her up here. Jeanette, love, how are you?
I'm great. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be part of this again. I just love everything you're doing and completely support and enjoy working with all of the ladies too.
Oh, thank you so much. You just had an impactful weekend. Before that, you actually spoke at our group on Tuesday about your famous Ass presentation. Let me tell you, that was just hot and on fire. So thank you for that. Tell our audience who you are, what you do, and where you're tuning in from.
Of course, I am tuning in from sunny. Now it's about 70 degrees out here, California. I'm outside of San Francisco. I am a women's empowerment coach. I work on unleashing your inner Wonder Woman, connecting to that inner superhero, your unique superhero traits. But I also give back by working with kids. I think my whole mission is anti-bullying. And I think if we can start young, that's great too. So I do fundraising events for schools, camps, churches, anybody that has kids around who they want to teach self-confidence skills.
I love it. And we have an amazing book together.
I have it right here too.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about, and when we were in New York, you were actually launching this before we even had our chapters in, which was absolutely beautiful and lovely, and the journey. And thank you so much for inviting me to be on this mission with you. Tell us a little bit about it.
Superheroes on the spectrum. So I am an autism mom, meaning my son Jacob was diagnosed with autism when he was about 11. And our journey is to teach others how to understand, work with people who have the diagnosis of autism or who are neurodiverse, and getting the word out there. So it's not only for people who are neurodiverse or their caregivers, but it's for people who want to understand more about it. So we are really pushing to get this out there because I think this book is an awesome representation of a variety of people and a variety of stories, from moms, dads, from children with a diagnosis of autism, from people who are nonverbal, not only in the United States, but in England and South Africa. So it's just a variety of people. And really, we just shared our heart. So we're working to get it out there, because Autism Awareness Month is in April.
Absolutely. And we will definitely, we're going to go on to our next guest, but I need to say something really quick about this book because I am also an autism mom. And
Mhm.
I chose, when my son was in third grade, when he was first diagnosed, to actually with withhold that information because I
Yes.
didn't want him to use it as a crutch or a decision to not try something new, to not be his authentic self. And he didn't find out until the age of 18. And when he said thank you, I said I knew I had to write about our journey in this book. So thank you so much. Stay right with us. We will keep you on if you want to mute it, because I know your lovely dog over there is barking. Mine's upstairs barking. Sometimes you can
I
hear it, sometimes
apologize
you
for
can't.
that, everyone.
It is okay. This is life. We are about the honest, open, transparent call here. So all good. Thank you so much. Our next guest, who was on our show as well, and I also met him in New York, and he has an amazing book called Warrior not be warrior not a warrior. So I just want to bring him on. He is Martin Salma. Let's Here you go. Hi, how are you, Martin?
Hi, Nikki. How you doing? I'm so happy to be here with you.
I am so happy you are here. And I just want to say one of our ladies of leadership and women of armor, you probably met her as well. Amanda Ears actually gifted me a little plaque that she gave me this in Tampa a couple weeks ago. And the first thing I seen, besides me repeating it, because that's your book,
All right.
um, I said it one time in one of our groups, but it instantly reminded me of you. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you.
So tell us who you are, where you're tuning in from, and what do you do?
Okay. So, as you said, my name is Martin Salama. I am in Brooklyn, New York. We have pretty decent weather here today as well. Not as good as California, but pretty good. I'm known as the architect of the Warrior's Life Code. I wrote a book that we had a chance to, at the same time, as you said, have on the jumbotron in Times Square. It's called Warrior to Warrior. So a little closer to what you said, but close enough. And then I also came out with a card deck that goes with it as well. Cards that help you go through it. And by the way, ladies, I am a parent of an autistic child as well. I have a daughter who is now 25 years old. We found out when she was 13 or 14 years old, and she's very high functioning. And last year she started college, a few years late, but she started. And this semester she started dorming in college. So this was a big thing for me and her mom. We're divorced now because it helped her to move forward onto the independent living. So, and she's thriving there. So I'm very excited for her. And congratulations to you both for putting out such a beautiful book.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Tell us what led to Warrior to Warrior, in a nutshell,
Yeah.
because I think
So
that's
I
fabulous.
went through 2008 and came out a victim, as many people. And I was like, why does everything keep happening to me? Right after that, my wife asked for a divorce. It just kept on piling on. And I had made a decision that I wanted to change my life and make a new thing. And I decided to become a life coach. And through that process, I realized when I say things like, why does everything happen to me? That's me being a warrior and blaming everybody else. And now I'm a warrior and I say things happen through me and
Mm.
I take responsibility. And to me, a warrior is somebody who's come through the adversity and gotten that much stronger. So that's what I help people do. I help them enjoy life. And my life stands for live incredibly full every day so that you have a happy life and a meaningful life. There's a difference between the two. And that's what I believe in. And lately, what I've been doing is I've been helping coaches put together programs, a 7-figure guaranteed program within 2 years.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. We need more information on that. We'll get to that later. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining the BALM Global family.
Thank
We
you. And
again are
before you mute me, I have to say two things. I was guest number 101, and
yes, he was.
happy birthday next week, Nikki.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes, I will be a lovely 42, but I can switch that around and be a 24 because that's how my mind and my heart feels. Sometimes
Right.
my
Well, I'm
body doesn't
61
feel
and
that.
I feel 16, so we're good.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is just getting warmed up in here. I'm chilly here in Philadelphia. Hands cold, turtleneck on. Not loving it, but happy first day of spring. Definitely excited for what's to come in quarter 2. So thank you so much for that. Guest number 101. Love it. The next guest we have is an amazing, amazing, beautiful soul. Met her through the Connected Leaders Academy in one of those breakout sessions that kind of look like this. And we're asked to, talk about what our goals and desires or challenges are. And we just hit it off. Synergy sparked, jumped on a virtual coffee, and now we are working on something amazing for 2025. This is actually the first time I'm mentioning it. So, and I didn't ask her permission, but I know that she will be fine with it. We have the lovely Yes Coach, Lisa Charles.
Oh my goodness.
Hi,
Hello. Happy birthday, first of
thank
all.
you.
Secondly, this is a milestone, so congratulations. And I'm so happy you mentioned, because what? We have already said we are going to be taking the world by storm in terms of some of the things we have up our sleeves. I am hailing from Sarasota, Florida, so we all are wearing something very different. It's hot. So I'm reflective of the heat down here right now. But I'm so happy to be here with you, Nikki. Yes,
Thank,
actually.
thank you so much, love. So she told us what her name is. She told us where she's from. What do you do, love?
Yeah, so I am a brain body business alignment specialist. So I really align the brain and body so that you can restore your sleep, you can renew your energy, you can release that stress that prevents you from doing the things you want and find the mental clarity to do the business of living. So
Mm.
I love all aspects of wellness. I call it wellness reimagined, integrative. It is on another level. It is on another planet, a galaxy. It is wellness reimagined. And so with regard to that, it's programs, it's speaking, it's book writing. So I have a book as well called Yes, Commit, Do, Live, which really takes you through those tenets on how to find that brain body connectivity in your life. But honestly, in addition to, and we talked about this is the year of rapid growth, but it's a year of collaboration. It's a year of really reaching on a global level people that are hurting in so many ways. And so I'm really excited about a program that I started speaking on. I'm just going to keep rolling with it because it really helps. I know our earlier guest, Jeanette, mentioned about bullying and having some things about bullying and anti-bullying. And what dawned on me is that I was a victim of bullying, very, very vicious bullying when I was young. But it was not so much the physical bullying, because that ended at some point in time. It's the internal bullying. And I find that we, as a community, so many of us are bullying ourselves all the time. And some of it expresses itself in imposter syndrome. So I have this really super cool program. I'm going to be doing a masterclass on March 26th on really how to beat imposter syndrome and step into your freedom and really experience success in a way that you've never experienced before. And I love taking kind of my take on, I was a federal prosecutor, like how to prosecute it and really make a difference permanently as you move forward in your life. So you know me, I also have retreats and global retreats and things like that. So for me, this is the mission, and the mission comes out in so many different ways.
Oh, good stuff. I'm all excited about all of it. What I love that you said is that we need to nip that internal bully that we have within us. I love that. I've never seen it in that way. Yes, we have been bullied, whether physically, verbally, and yada, yada. But what about what we do to ourselves, how we let our selves or our minds take over what needs to happen. So I just love all of that. Thank you so much, but we'll get right back to you. First, I want to, before I bring our last guest up that I have in the green room, I want to shout out to our YouTube watchers, Tony Marie, Ivy Perez, Boss Lady Iris. Thank you so much, ladies, for tuning in. Judith Diaz. There's just some love for Brooklyn. Woo woo. Martin, I love Jeanette and I love it, Lisa. So definitely go back in our YouTubes. Thank our audience who are watching us and just continue to support our mission as we are in line with changing the world in one way, shape, or form. And we all have the power to do it. But what's best is that we can do it together. So I love it. Our next guest, I had the absolute pleasure of launching my first book with him January of 2023, connected with him through the Author Millionaire Academy, also through the CLA, heard him speak, and we connected, we reunited, we got him on the podcast, and I was just able to see him in Tampa. So it was absolutely amazing. He is the wonderful Benjamin John. We're going to get him up here. Hey, Benjamin, how are you?
I am doing excellent. How is it going, folks?
We're excited. Good things happening.
Yeah, good. Well, I love your energy. Thanks for the invite. I'm always happy to be involved with it, whatever you're building out, what you got going on. You got such a great energy about you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Tell us about you. Where are you tuning in from and what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm also tuning in from Florida, South Florida, transplanted here from Washington State across the other side of the country last year. So I'm kind of getting used to the warm weather now. And yeah, lately what I've been focusing on is to my ears, it was a joy to hear Lisa and Jeanette talk about bullying, because what I've been focusing on lately is the bullying that's going on in the sales and the business space, in the mentorship and coaching space. It's not being talked about enough. A lot of people see it, but they don't talk about it. And so that's been kind of one of my callings these days. And that's primarily what I do. I help sales teams and businesses deconstruct the unethical ways of doing business and teaching them strategies to get back to caring and showing their customers that they actually care about them. And there's certain ways that they can do that. And so I do that through interactive sales training, in-person visits, live calls like this. And then I got a bunch of other stuff going on. Just started the YouTube, The Misguided Mentor, which is a spinoff from the book that I launched with you. And got the third book coming out with Jose at the Connected Leaders Academy event that's coming up in a couple months. So got a lot of things going on. I can't really talk about too much of it, but I got too much going on in a sense.
Exciting. I think all of us have too much going on. When we get into this space, we never know what we're actually getting into. We know that we just have a desire to reach a goal, to reach a dream, to check things off of our bucket list, to really empower and inspire, to uplift, all these things. So I'm going to go around and just say, what is your superpower in this space of entrepreneurship? I'll start with you, Jeanette.
My superpower is, that's a good question. My superpower is really in tuning in and listening to what people need so that I can supply them with what they need. Because everybody needs different things at different times in their life, and ensuring that they get what they need to grow and succeed and to stop the internal and external bullies that we've mentioned.
Thank you so much for that. And I'm actually going to let our audience actually tune in. If you could drop a chat in the chat what your superpower is, we would love to highlight you as well. Thank you so much. Amazing. Martin, you're up.
So thank you so much. First thing is I'm not able to connect to comment, but thank you, Tony Marie. Thank you to Lisa, to Ivy. Thank you so much for all, and thank you for saying that I don't look a day over 45. I love it. But for me, my superpower is I'm able to help people shift their mindset from lack to abundance quickly and stay there. There's one thing to do it quickly, but to be sustainable. I'm able to do that as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's get Benjamin back on here. Um,
I don't know what happened.
yeah,
What
don't
you do,
worry. I
Ben?
can
You
still
sent
see
it to the
you.
corner?
Yes, some of us were jumping out while we were in the green room. We had it went live, but we're gonna make it work. So if you get knocked off, just come back right back in.
Yeah.
Lisa, what is your superpower?
Oh, yes. So, yes, Coach Lisa. Okay, so my superpower is to helping people to discover the truth of who they truly are. So it's living, letting life, instead of letting life live you, you get to live your life. I call it top down, inside out knowledge. And I absolutely love seeing the light bulbs go off when people can really answer what is an authentic self and know it from their internal being. They're actually being on the road to true excellence.
Yes, that's powerful. Clarity is key. Once you know who you are, who you serve, and how you serve, it should be easy to just roll off your tongue and articulate, and people are going to feel that. And if you feel like you haven't got there yet, then the next best thing is to get someone to listen, to connect with, to be coached by. So important. And it'll get you way ahead of the game, way quicker once you know that. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. Benjamin, what is your superpower?
Yeah, it's kind of relative to what I've been hearing from a few of you guys. So I love helping people like let go and know themselves, quite frankly, and allow them to pretty much bring awareness, or I'm bringing awareness rather, to the things that they're ignoring, things that are right in front of you, helping them get in touch with their intuition, their conscience, to do the right thing and stop ignoring red flags. I feel like I have a good ability to help people with that. It seems like I do, with the reciprocation I'm getting anyway.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Ivy says her superpower is validating people and making them feel heard and seen. Anyone else who wants to share their superpower? Hello, Terry, Coach Terry. Hello, Tina Kaddish, for joining us. I'm going to share my superpower real quick. And I think my superpower is consistency. Consistency, whether I want to do it or not, because I know I'm on a mission and I know it has to get done. So truly, I actually just won this pen on Tiffany Harris's live, and it says, hold on, let me try to get it. It says she believed she could, so she did. And I live by that every single day. If an idea comes and sparks in my soul, I'm going to figure out how to make that happen. But I also know that I can't do it alone. So yesterday we talked about community. I want to kind of go around the virtual room right now and just how important is community? Do you have your own community? And do you serve in a community? So I'll go with you, Jeanette.
I think community is essential. And I think we really learned that during COVID and found ways to get into communities virtually. I couldn't do it without having all of the supporters and people I can support. And I think it's essential for our growth, for our connection, for us to not even compete against each other, but support each other and lift each other up. Especially nothing against the men, but women need to lift each other up and empower each other too. And I think that's highly important.
Yes, and we're definitely on mission and movement for that every single day. It's just very important to the community we've built and some of the communities that I'm in as well that are women based. We love you men too, but there's still a do not enter. But we will definitely love and support you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Martin, you're up.
So I love this question. I believe community is tantamount. And I say you can go alone, but you can't grow alone, right? You need the community around you. Thinking you could do it all by yourself is a recipe for disaster in the long time. It's okay, especially men, to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable. Thank you. Thank you, Brene Brown, for bringing that word out of the closet. It's okay to show that you need help. It's okay to say, I'm a little weak in this area. It's not weakness. It's okay to show that you have pimples, you have things that come up, and it's okay for you to look around and look for the community to bring you in, and for you to, it's a two-way street. You've got to help so that you can be helped, but it's not quid pro quo. You help and God will help you back. Charity is not only about money. If you give 10, you get $10, you'll get back 100-fold, tenfold. Same thing. If you give of yourself, you'll get back tenfold as well.
That is so true. That is so true. And I'm actually a walking testimony of all of what you guys are saying. Just when I first entered this space in May of 2022, and the year that I asked for community, I didn't know what community was except just my church or my team and my network marketing corporation. So this was all new to me. And this is exactly what I was missing. This was the missing piece to really fire me up to do what I said I wanted to do for years before. So, Lisa, what are your thoughts on community?
Oh my goodness. Man was not meant to live alone. Man, women were never really designed that way. And what was amazing for me in my stint at Rutgers University in the neurology department was that is science-based. If the seniors that are alone or isolated are the ones that were more likely to suffer. And so I, just like you, Jeanette, had an opportunity to work with a big group of seniors during COVID to keep them alive, really by virtue of community that we could do online. So it is not only what we can do to bring to help others, but as much as that helped, and I really was so dedicated to them, they helped me because I lost both my brothers during that time. And so me helping, we help each other, community. I love what Martin said. One of the things I always talk about is like moving your morals or working your morals, or we did a lot with kindness. We did a lot with challenges of how kind can you be? How many kind acts can you do? And really around the community, we built such a loving community. So I'm all into community. Nikki and I are in a community. I'm in so many different communities, and they serve different purposes. But key is that we show up at the beautiful individuals that we were always designed to be, and we can be just immeasurably helpful to so many people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So sorry for your loss during that time. Did not know that. But this is why we continue to have these conversations, why we continue to reunite and create the conversations going, because the whole part of community is not just, again, for transactions. It's not, how can I help you? How can you help me? Which it is, but it's really like, how can I know you more? How can I let you in more? How can we build this relationship for longevity authentically without having these conversations about really getting to know what their core values are, and it's just beautiful to know that you spent your time with the seniors. Like, that's huge. Those are our grandparents, our parents, that we would love to have someone that, maybe if we couldn't be there, that someone is loving on them and keeping them their smiles on their faces during this tough time. So kudos to you. Thank you so much for that. Ben, you are up.
Yeah, so I love this topic, and I would agree. Community is super important, but I am going to throw a curveball at you guys. I think it's important to discern the right type of communities to get involved with, because you can absolutely be involved with the wrong community. As someone who became part of a community, who taught me those deceptive ways and manipulative ways, those interrogational ways of generating business for 3 years and getting mentorship from a self-proclaimed billionaire, I can tell you right now that it is super important to not get in the mindset that, this is my opinion, by the way, this is what I do, is provoke thoughts. So I don't think you should think that you need a community or that you should have a community. I think that if you just get in touch with your conscience and pay attention, the right people, the right communities, the right resources and opportunities will be presented to you at the exact right time. And in doing that, you're actually going to get involved with the things that are in alignment with you and the right type of communities.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. All perspectives are welcome, because I know we have been parts of things in the past, things currently, and we may even get into something that we're just not sure of. So to be open and aware and high observant of what, are they in alignment with what your core values are? Going back to what Lisa said, if you don't know those things, how do you really make those decisions. So thank you for throwing the curveball. I'm actually going to go around the room. Jeanette, what are your thoughts on that?
I was thinking that, it's just like you have to surround yourself with the 5 people the 5 people that are around you are the ones that influence you the most, and they have to be positive, or you should have to be positive. It's important that we find the right community. The wrong people can steer us the wrong way. So definitely follow your intuition and know that you're in a community that cares, that is there not just to gain for themselves, but to also give back. Very important.
Absolutely. Lisa?
Oh my goodness. That's why I just really focus so much on that internal inside out living, that you are checking in with yourself constantly, that you don't let a day or a moment go by where I think someone mentioned before that there may be signals you're just not listening to. I'd also just add to that is that if you're in a community to fill a void in your life because you didn't do the work on yourself and you're thinking others can do that for you, that also can be a red flag or a curveball. So it really does go back to that instant initial work that I think is probably the most fabulous work you could ever do, is to know yourself. And so that you can really come back to, am I walking in the ways that is true to me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Martin, you are up.
So absolutely. I can think of many times over my life where I was in what I thought the right communities, only to realize they were not the right communities. They were more self-serving and looking for what they can get from me, period. What can they get out of me? And I try to walk into every conversation I have with anybody is, how can I serve you? Right. And then from there, things will work itself out. And it's not all about, there's give and take and everything in life, but it's not I give and you take. The give and take means there's a side for everybody to get involved. And if you're not willing to give of yourself, why would anybody should be willing to give to you? So that's things that I agree with Ben. You've got to find the right one, discern, find the right ones, find the people that you connect with. And then you got to understand, why is it you're connecting? There's a cellular thing going on that's telling you have a connection with that person. And it's building that out and understanding it and embracing it. And with that group and with those people, you have more. And I love that when people come into my community, embracing them and letting them know that they're in a safe space.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for Ben sparking that conversation. I love it when we can just bounce those different perspectives, because that's what life's about. Life's about looking at it from different angles and then making the choice to decide how you want to walk in that space. So thank you, all of you. We do have another previous guest here. Super excited to have her on. I met her at the business launch in January, which I believe it was absolutely amazing that we connected. It was actually divine timing. Was able to refer her and someone from my group that same day. And now we are building together, and she's part of Ladies of Leadership. She is the fabulous and wonderful Maritza Gertie. How are you, love?
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Glad to
Welcome
be here.
to the party.
Yes.
Celebrating you. So a little catch up. We just want to know who you are, what you do, and where you're tuning in from.
I am coming to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm going to say this in Spanish real quick. Vocero del pueblo, which means I am the person that says what needs to be said in the community. I am a parent and family education advocate. So anything that has to do with education, educational equity, parents' rights, children's rights, putting school administrators on notice, I'm there. I am there to not just complain, but also to express my concern, give advice, let them know that they should include parents and families in conversations regarding children's education, not just in Philadelphia, but nationwide.
Absolutely. You were actually just in Harrisburg. How did that go?
It was amazing because I have been assisting an organization an education advocacy group called Children First PA. They are trying to get past a House bill that will help deal with how young people are treated in the juvenile justice system. Unfortunately, in the state of Pennsylvania, children as young as 10 years of age are being held in adult facilities as opposed to going through juvenile court, getting certain assessments done, and having a judge in front of them that knows how the young mind works. So, because for those that do not know, a child's brain does not become fully developed until they're 25 years of age. So they're doing things and they're not fully developed. They cannot really think for themselves. And they're committing, yes, they are committing crimes, but they're still children, especially under the age of 18. So there is a House bill now that it's a struggle. I've spoke with several legislators, some that are all for it, some that are on the fence, and some that really do not see a need because they don't feel the pain. They haven't experienced it. They haven't been a victim of a crime done by a young person. I unfortunately was a victim of a crime about 10 years ago where a young person put a gun to my face just to take my bag. So I know what I'm talking about when I say, had that young person had supports, things to do, he may not have gone that path.
Wow.
So
Powerful.
Thank you. Supporting that.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much for giving our children and our parents an additional voice to speak up for them, because sometimes they feel that they're just not being heard, and it takes some really special people to really step into those roles. So I just want to commend you and thank you, because that's just amazing. A lot of people don't want to go to bat. They don't want to sit in those long lines or wait to get letters or whatever, but you're doing just a phenomenal job. I did ask everyone what their superpower is, so let us know what your superpower is.
My voice is absolutely my superpower, and the fact that my parents blessed me with making sure that I learned their native language, which is Spanish. That is my first language. So I'm able to communicate to more than just one demographic when it comes to making sure whatever needs to be said gets said in a language that many can understand.
Yes. Thank you so much. Welcome, Marilyn Morales, Ashley Logan, who's jumping on the conversation right now. Definitely go back to our YouTube channel, subscribe, because we're going to be doing this all week long. We have amazing more guests that are coming up. So now we're going to go around the room and tell us, what does the second quarter look like? What are you working on, and how people can get a hold of you? So you're up first, Jeanette.
I am working on getting out, speaking more, just reaching. I mean, if you have a voice, but you don't use it to reach the people who need to hear you, then they're not going to be healed or helped. So getting out to help women rise together, getting out to help children with anti-bullying. And I'm also, as I had previously said, in April's Autism Awareness Month. So I am speaking, doing book signings, doing whatever I can to ensure our book gets in the hands of the people who need it. Writing a book is one thing, but getting it into the hands of the people who need it is another thing. So look out for Superheroes on the Spectrum Summit, for the book, for announcements, so that if you are neurodiverse, or you have someone in your family who's neurodiverse, or you just want to understand people who are neurodiverse, this book will touch your heart.
Thank you so much. And how can people get a hold of you?
PAXcoach.com.
Thank you so much. That is Jeanette Paxia. Definitely want to touch base with her. She's a phenomenal woman, a great speaker. If you're looking for a keynote speaker, everyone on this platform is ready and willing. Martin, you're up.
Okay. First thing is, I have to mention, Maritza, thank you for explaining to me why I got married at 22 the first time when I shouldn't have. because I was too young.
Don't blame that on me.
Yeah.
But it took me 25 years to figure it out. I got to my 25th wedding anniversary before we divorced.
Oh my gosh.
Only kidding. I have 4 beautiful children, 8 unbelievable grandchildren. I'm very happy, but I just figured I'd have a little fun with you there. So yeah. So in Q1, I launched a new program, and it's called the Guaranteed 7-Figure Abundant Entrepreneur Program. And what I do is I help people, coaches specifically and consultants, get to a 7-figure business within 2 years. Because you know what? Over the last 10, 12 years that I've been coaching, I've gone into these programs that they said they're done with you, done for you. And you know what they were? They were done to you. And I said, I'm not going to do that. So I put together a program where I help people get to 7 figures guaranteed. It's comprehensive. It's great. And people are getting very quick results. So I'm excited about it. And the best way to get in touch with me would be to go to connectwithmartin.com. There's a bunch of things. You can see my book. You can get free things. And there's a link there that you can make an appointment to meet with me for a half hour for free.
Yeah, so you definitely want to jump on that opportunity. Obviously, you have heard his sense of humor, heard his heart. He's so genuine, and it's just super awesome. I mean, I could talk to him for hours and we'll just have a blast. Thank you.
Yeah, we
so
connected,
much.
Nikki. We connected that time.
Yes. Lisa, you are up, love.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited for this quarter. So I started to launch this Beat Imposter Syndrome, this internal bully, just for once and for all, to no longer lay prey to something that's killing your dreams and helping you not to complete or to procrastinate on your visions. And so I have, the mastermind is coming up on the 26th, and then an event that's going to be off of that in early April, which I'm going to repeat. And I do have a community as well, Reinventing the Woman. And so we have a retreat coming up in the Dominican Republic, May 30th through June 2nd. This is my 3rd retreat in a year and a half. Very excited about that. But the best way to work with Yes Coach Lisa, the best way to get in contact with me is, wait for it, yescoachlisa.com. It is pretty darn simple. Yescoachlisa.com. Just like Martin, I love to really speak with people, and especially Nikki, for all of your audience, anyone that comes on, want to give you a free brain body assessment just to see where you are with regards to your dreams. And I welcome you also to come to my masterclass.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And definitely all of you, when you get done, definitely go either in our Facebook event where I've invited you all, as well as YouTube. Drop all your stuff. We're going to try to get them out there. We're going to drop your actual podcast links and we'll go from there. But thank you so much, love. Definitely connect with her. I am, again, just so excited to be in a partnership with you, and I can't wait to, I'm just excited. I want to say it, but for a little bit more. John, you are up.
Yeah, don't worry about getting my name backwards. I had it my whole life. All through school. But yeah, I'm working on a lot, but what I want to plug is the podcast I'm getting set up. In me doing all these podcasts that have been getting people's attention, a lot of things that are being said is like, man, you need your own podcast. So I've started my own podcast. I plugged it under my name there. It says at the Misguided Mentor. So go ahead and follow me at that as I kind of get the volume and the frequency and the consistency going on. And I'm going to be shedding some light on some of the misguided mentors is what I really talk about, talking about bringing awareness to people who are out here, who are misguided mentors, mentoring people. And so anyways, just getting people to share their stories and talk about that, and real relative to what you guys are talking about as far as bullying goes in the sales and the business. But you can get a hold of me through there, or my Instagram, which is Benjamin John MIC. Or if you had a chat, actually you do have a chat. I'll put my phone number in there so you guys could literally call me. I'm big on connecting personally before anything, before getting involved with me on anything. So yeah, I'll go ahead and post that in the chat here because I'm on YouTube on my phone right now.
Awesome. Thanks. But I know I've been seeing you look, and I've seen your chats over here. He's connecting with the audience. I love it. Thank you so much. Martin's also in there as well. Thank you. Maritza, you're up. What are you working on? What does the second quarter look like for you?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm coming on my 4th year of my podcast, Looped In with Maritza. I finally have a website. It is gertieconsulting.com. People can reach me. My Gmail is looped in with Maritza at gmail.com. If you have a question about coming on to my podcast, I love meeting people and enjoying people. And once I hear your story, if it touches me, I know it will touch others. So I have a lot of folks coming up. Look for that. Some of the ladies of BALM are going to be continuing to come on as well, including you, Nikki. We have to set that up. But I will be traveling to Alabama this weekend. I'll be doing a series of parent workshops for new schools for Alabama. I'll be the morning keynote at the Philadelphia Parent Summit on April 13th. I've been sharing that out as well. Anywhere where there is an education advocate voice needed, I'm happy to come as long as I'm invited. But if it's something out of the ordinary where things need to be shaken up, I'll just show up anyway. So that's me. And thank you so much for allowing me to share my information.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Marissa will actually be one of our speakers at our Radiance 4.0 this Saturday, March 23rd, open to all women that want to know what BALM Global and Ladies of Leadership is doing, bringing you some top-notch strategies on how to radiate in any and every area of your life. And she, I seen her speak on stage back in August. Was it January?
January, yes.
January this year. And let me tell you, when she went to hit the stage, she was dancing. And right when she was on the stage, because I was timing, I said, we need to go dancing. So I'm still waiting for that.
It's coming. It's coming.
We need to make that happen. Thank you all so much for, again, just gracing us with your stage. We do this for a week long, every 50 guests, just to say thank you. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for just being an inspiration in so many people's lives. And the work is not done yet. And I just want to let you all know that I am here. We are here. BALM Global is here any way that we can support. Just keep shining that light on these topics that some people do not want to talk about, and we need to nip those things in the butt. And each and every one of you are doing amazing things. So again, thank you. We're going to go around the room and we're just going to get your last piece of information. What do you want to leave our audience with? Jeanette, you're up.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Nikki. Live life to the fullest, because life is too short to live unhappily.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Ain't that the truth? Martin, you're up.
Well, I'm going to quote something from one of my favorite authors, Don Miguel Ruiz, from The Four Agreements. Don't take anything personally. That was a game changer for me. Understanding that whatever that person's saying to you is really more about them than it is about you. And if it is about you, don't take it personally anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Sometimes we feel attacked when it's probably not even about us. And the more time we spend on that, the more time we waste on hitting our goals and our dreams and changing people's lives. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Lisa, you're up.
Well, I would like to leave everyone with just the gift of forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Just remember that when you don't forgive, it's like an albatross around your neck, preventing you from moving forward. So take a moment really to look at what you're holding on to and be in the space to let it go.
Absolutely. Be the space of letting go. Powerful. John, you're up. Ben, you're up.
I love it. I guess, gosh, what do I want to say? I guess I'll leave people with, I would say, don't care what people think about you. Get passionate about something, get loud about something. Although I say, don't care what others think about you, maintain caring for people at the same time. If you can combine those two things simultaneously, that's a life of mental freedom. And I encourage that in everybody.
Wow, that's a writer downer. So I'm gonna have to go back, rewatch, and write that one down. So powerful. Maritza, you're up.
Gosh. I got reacquainted with an old friend that he, believe it or not, he needs to write because he sends a daily affirmation. And what he sent to me yesterday, not all support involves money. Believing in someone is priceless.
Mm.
So I was like, you need to write these down. Since he's not, I'm saving them for him. I'm gonna be like, here you go. All of your affirmations that you thought of. Now, get the publishing.
Yes, yes, let's get it. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. What I want to leave everyone with is if someone tells you that you're great, believe them. Do not doubt. Figure out the way by partnering up, getting an accountability partner that's going to keep you on your toes, that's going to feed your life, your purpose, your energy, that's not going to suck it out of you, but that's going to join you on the journey. That's what I want to leave you with. Thank you all so much for tuning in to a special episode of Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. I'm going to share a little video just to show you what community really looks like. And this is what I've been able to build within the last year and a half. And like I always say, make it count. Have a great one. Enjoy this last video.